All right, hey y'all. So this is a reading for the collective to see how your masculine is currently feeling about you. I did pull some messages already, and it's a little crazy right now. So the masculine are kind of at a stage right now where they're kind of like trying to think fast and trying to figure out a way for them to get you back in a sense. You got breaking point coming out. All right, it says, I'm reaching my breaking point. I feel pushed to make a decision. So they're feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit anxiety, a little bit stressed out. But it's just like thoughts that are going through their head, like what is going on. They're not really understanding why you haven't reached out, why you haven't called, or why you're reacting a certain way the certain way that you're reacting. All right, you also got undecided. It says, honestly, I don't know what I want. Not sure if I want a relationship. So they are trying to make a decision here. All right, they feel like they're finding, they're at their breaking point here where they're like, I have to make a decision. I have to figure out what is it I want before I lose this person. All right, before I lose my feminine. You got overthinking. It says, I'm driving myself crazy. Thoughts of you keep consuming me. All right, so they are thinking about you heavily right now. Okay, you got the you first card. This is, I'm not making a move. You know where to find me. The masculine, they think by playing this game of the waiting game, waiting for you to reach out. They think they think that's working. They think that's working, but it's not. It's not working. Because you as the feminine, you're saying, I'm not reaching out. I'm not playing your game. I'm not reaching out to you. You have to come to me first. And they're just sitting there like this, stagnant, with their hands crossed, just waiting. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that though. I'm not reaching out. I'm waiting on you to reach out. All right, you got helpless coming out here. It says, I feel trapped by my circumstances. There's nothing I could do. So some of you guys, your masculine feels very helpless. Feel like they don't know which way to go when it comes to the situation. They're really like overly thinking. They're in their head. They're trying to figure out a strategy to get you to come back towards them. But the strategy that they're choosing is for them to just sit there stagnant and not come towards you and wait for you to come towards them. It's like they're trying to play a little game. Okay, you got haunted. It says, I'm haunted by my decisions and the memories you made together. All right, so they are fixated right now on the past and the connection that you guys had. And they most definitely do want to reach back out. I'm hearing the word reconciliation. So a lot of them do want to come out and reconcile. It's funny because I'm seeing the card in my head, but I'm not seeing it. It didn't come out in the shuffle when you shuffle it. You got burdens. It says, been feeling overwhelmed. I have a lot going on in my life right now. All right, so they could be stressing out right now, going through a lot in their head. Basically, that's what the burdens are. They're stressing out right now. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to adjust themselves to the situation. They see that you're acting different, you're not reaching out, and yeah, you got unchanged. Just as I am who I am, not who you want me to be. I'm not going to change. It's funny because a lot of you guys with your masculine, I feel like a lot of you guys were dealing with your masculine, and your masculine had this phase of I do what I want, I don't care, and what's the word? Very arrogant. I'm very nonchalant, don't care. I'm gonna wait for you to come in. And then you're like, as the feminine, you're like, oh yeah? Okay. Well, I'm not reaching out either. You have to come towards me. And now they're stressed out because they see that the toxins that they're pulling isn't working for them anymore. You got focused on yourself. I feel like some of them are, some of your masculine are at a phase of where they feel like maybe I should just focus on myself and start stressing out. They're very confused. They're very up and down. The masculine, they're very up and down with their feelings and emotions right now. They don't know if they should focus on themselves. They don't know if they should pull back. They don't know if they should reach out. They don't know what to do. All right. Once again, that arrogantness, you got desire to win. It says, I'm going to win. I'll look better, do better, and get someone hotter. Desire to win. And once again, you as the fan, you're like, oh, really? Okay. You think the grass is greener on the opposite side? Go ahead. So I see that you as a feminine, you're acting a little bit different. All right. And it's kind of stressing the masculine out because you as the feminine, you're being more in your feminine energy. You're being calm. You're letting them do whatever they want to do. And they don't like that. They don't like the fact that you're letting them do whatever they want to do. They don't like the fact that you're not reaching out, you're not calling them, and you're not putting into the relationship anymore like you used to. Let's get some messages, okay? Message of love, okay? Let's see what's the messages here for the feminine and the masculine. Let's see. You got forgiveness. It says forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So you got forgiveness. All right. They're asking you, are you willing to forgive the masculine? Are you willing to forgive them and take them back? Are you okay with that, or are you wanting to release this relationship and not go back to this connection? So you got forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is in the air right now. All right, so they're asking you if you're willing to forgive this person. All right, you got intuition that says you already know the answers you seek. So they're telling you to trust your intuition at this current moment. For the divine feminine, they want you guys to focus, listen to your intuition. Okay. That's how you make decisions. That's how you know if the masculine is coming in being genuine, if they're being real, if they're actually coming in with a real apology and they're really sincere, and etc. Is by you listening to your intuition if it's the right decision for you. All right, we're just gonna pull 4 cards. You got addiction. Matter of fact, we'll pull 5. You got addiction. It's some addicted. And addiction is affecting this relationship. All right. Somebody can be falling into addictions. I'm hearing drinking, smoking, partying. It's giving the masculine can be falling into certain addictions. Maybe overworking themselves, drinking a lot, partying, smoking. Addictions can be affecting the relationship and the connection. Overly thinking. Stressing themselves out. You got warning. It says don't dismiss the red flags here. So you got 2 cards. You got warning. So they are telling you not to don't dismiss the red flags here. So even though that you do miss your masculine, even though they are coming in with an apology, even if they are coming with an apology or being sincere and etc., they are saying that there's still issues here that needs to be, visited. All right, there still needs to be a conversation on how the masculine has acted, the things that they've done. There most definitely still needs to be a talk here, even though the masculine is coming in, maybe wanting you to forgive them. Even if they are trying to come towards you, you still have to, talk to them about certain things that they've done. Okay, so don't dismiss the red flags. What they mean by that, if the masculine come and saying, I'm sorry, let's get back together, don't just jump and get back into a relationship with them. Talk things through and take it slow, all right? Because like I said, there's still issues that needs to be revisited here, okay? It needs to be talked about. You got self-care. I love this card for you, feminists, okay? For the feminine, divine feminine. It says, clear your energy fields and focus on yourself before acting. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing. You guys are trying to think smarter. Instead of moving off of emotions, a lot of you guys are moving off of logic. And I love that. So instead of you guys allowing your masculine to come in and manipulate you, you're most definitely thinking things through now. All right, focusing on yourself, focusing on self-care, self-love. All right, thinking first before reacting. And I love that. So the energy is shifting. All right, let's pull some tarot. Let's see. Okay, so this video is going to be a bit choppy because my phone did die. So I did go ahead and pull some tarot. All right, I wanted to tap into the energy of the divine masculine to see how they're currently feeling, but I'm getting a mixture of your energy as well as theirs. All right, so some of the feminine, some of you guys are most definitely in your feelings and in your bag, and you miss this person like crazy. All right, you miss your divine masculine. You want him to come back in. You got the 4 of swords here. So you are missing the relationship and the connection. You're wishing that things can get better. All right, so you are in your head right now, hoping and praying that things can get better between you two. I do feel like the divine masculine with this 5 of swords, they are in their head a lot about this connection. They're asking themselves as well if this is something that they want to continue with dealing with. All right, because this could be a little bit stressful for them. All right, I'm getting Sagittarius energy. I'm getting Leo energy, and I'm also getting, I was getting Gemini energy as well. A lot of Leo as well, but with the Leo energy, it's kind of giving like very prideful. I feel like the masculine are very prideful. They're very kind of stuck in their ways and not willing to make certain sacrifices or changes that they need to. Especially with this King of Wands, it's like they're trying to stand in their power of being this masculine. all the time, being aggressive, nonchalant, and not really trying to be in their soft, gentle energy. And that could be, causing you guys to drift apart because they're not trying to tap into this energy of who they need to be. And that could be causing a lot of conflict within the relationship and the connection. I feel like there is a connection here, but though between you two, obviously, because you got the Lover's card here. I feel like you have feelings for them as well as they have for you. Some of you guys can be going through third party issues where this person is dealing with someone else at the time being that you guys are separated. That's for some of you guys, not all. Some of you guys, your person can most definitely be dealing with someone else, and it's kind of like stress you out in a sense because you feel like this person never gets their stuff together. You feel like the divine masculine never gets their stuff together. They're more so the runner. And you feel like you're chasing them all the time for them to get their stuff together. You're kind of starting to get annoyed or feel like the relationship is not progressing, especially with this Nine of Swords. Feel a little heartbroken and backstabbed by your divine masculine because you're like, dang, why did you just go get yourself into another relationship? And we have something going on. All right, so that could be for the feminine, but it can also be vice versa, they're saying. So some of you feminines can most definitely be in a relationship with someone else or be dealing with someone else as well. And your divine masculine is asking themselves, like, why would you sit there and go yourself into a relationship with someone else if you know that we're still dealing with each other, that we still have a connection here, especially with this Two of Cups? Right? We want to pour into these cups together. We want to build something. I love you, you love me, but what is the issue? Why is there so many issues and complications here? Why can't you as a feminine telling the masculine, why can't you go get yourself together so we can, work towards something? I feel like it's kind of annoying you in a sense as well, especially with this Four of Cups. All right, it's like you already did the work, right? You see all these cups here? It's like you already did all the work. You already built yourself up. So the cup that they're trying to come give you, you're like, I don't need this cup. It's the same cup I already had already. Like, I already built myself. I don't need you to bring me this cup again. I need you to go get your stuff together. And that's how you feel as a divine feminine. I just want you to go get your stuff together so that we can work something out. Because a lot of you guys for the divine feminine with this Four of Wands, you guys want stability. You want something that's going to work out for the long run. All right? You want something more committal and stable. You don't want somebody that's in and out, left and right. It's funny because this King of Swords in this picture does talk about somebody coming in pretty quickly, but it can also be somebody who's very in and out. The masculine can be very in and out, very flighty. One minute they're in, the next minute they're out. They don't know what they want. They're very up and down. And for the bottom of the deck, oops, sorry about that. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Ten of Pentacles. All right, the Ten of Pentacles talks about longevity and success that you want when it comes to the relationship. That but it's like the potential is there, but it's like you can't see it because this person is not full. They don't fully have their stuff together. And then you got the Two of Pentacles at the that came out right after it, which symbolizes needing trying to seek some sense of balance here. Some of you guys can be going to therapy. So I feel like some of you guys can be going to therapy. Some of you guys, this relationship can be stressing you out, a lot of up and down. And it's kind of like you don't really want to deal with the connection no more. Deal with the hardness of, or the complications that this person is bringing you, the masculine is bringing you. All right. Some of you guys are most definitely stressed out. So right now I'm kind of getting the energy of the masculine versus the feminine. Like we're at each other's, like we're back and forth right now. It's like not drama, but it's kind of like I'm going to go focus on me. You go focus on you. And we just butting heads right now. We just not on good terms. Like, just go focus on yourself. And I'm focusing on me. All right, that's kind of energy I'm getting with the tarot. Okay, as well. So that was for you guys. Hope that helps. Hope that resonates. Hope that makes sense. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I would love that. Bye.